Hello, welcome to another edition of Pendragon Poetry. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I've been finishing my Concordia folio and it's 165 tunes, so lots of songs. But we've come to a point now where today's the 21st of December, the shortest day. I'm just about to embark on a week-long period of like monasticism. It's Christmas show coming up, but that's the middle day of the next 7 days, and I'm just going to spend the next 7 days loading up Axis and Allies again. Now, I think I'm the best poet, or at least the best poet for a long time. And the reason being, just the mechanics in my mind, you know what I mean? I think like an epic poet, and I pull it off. And I'm just about to, as I left Axis and Allies left it in, say, March 21, there was 100 cantos of 9 stanzas each, and I left it at that. But recently, after discovering, falling back in love with the sort of poetry of World War II, I decided to basically expand it. And back in 2001-2, I wrote the original Axis and Allies, which are these 5 books. 10,000 lines, and it was basically from 1918 to 1945. Now I've decided to write again the Axis and Allies from 1918 to 1945, and I'm going to be writing an extra 46 cantos, which is like 400 stanzas, and I've got 36 finished. And as I progress, I'm going to create a new canto every few days of the 81 cantos, some from the old material that's been sort of finished and honed over 20 years, whatever, and some brand new stuff, and sort of blend them together. And I'm going to start writing probably New Year's Day, probably second actually. If we do one a day for a year, maybe sometimes 2 a day, I'll pull it off. And it's also my dragon year. I'm a fire dragon, next year is my dragon year. So, I wanted to show you how an epic poet prepares an epic poem. So, these are going to be stanzas. And if we pick one at random, Vladek Spiegelman, August 1938, that's from the Mouse book. Churchill and France, 1940, July. See the stuff on the back as well. So that's me collating notes. Like if you look at this, for example, this is like quotations, book of quotations. I go through these and find interesting stuff and stitch it into the card. So that's like 1919 to December 40. It is there. And then if we go in here, that's the rest, like month by month. No, March 42, December 43. You see, look at October 42, see how, that's definitely the crux of World War II, like. And this section that's 41, Barbarossa. And also, that's some Burnley poetry. This is my bed without his duvet, he's on. Like National Geographics, that's Hong Kong, that's the 1920s and 30s. National Geographics, see if I'll show you where these are. There. So that's loads in National Geographics. All those are relevant to the sort of geography of World War II. World War II wasn't all over the world, it was limited to certain places, but anyway. So, here, I'm just about to watch Universal Soldier. This is where I relax. As you can see, detritus of there's almond slices. I love almond slices. These are history magazines. I've done them. Well, let's go back in here, back to the study. In here are history magazines, and look, they've all got paper markers. That because that concerns World War II. I prepped that about 2 weeks ago. I'm just going through that at the moment now. And if we go into this room, the studio, I call this Cleo's Corner. See, look, that's the most recent history ones, and look, that's the bookmarks from what chucked on the floor. So this is Cleo's Corner. Now Cleo's the Muse of History. Me being a bit OCD about it, it's all alphabetical order. Origins of Britain, Rome, Britain, Tom Paine, Napoleon, boom, and then World War II section. Look, you can see, look, that these have what I think a fair allocation of what I'm going to turn into triptychs, stanzas from there, like SES Ghost Patrol. That's going to give me a lot of interesting stuff. I've also got another 100 cards to allocate because I've still got some more to do. These are going to be whole cantos each, 9 stanzas in each one, and I think I'm probably going to go on a right cool little trip next summer. D-Day, Normandy, Arnhem, finishing Berlin. See, these are the books that kicked the whole thing off in the first place. These it was that one first, Travellers in the Third Reich. I'm reading that and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much more I don't know about it. Look, I think that's the first. I'd sail to Arran in a fit of change, converse with nursemaid muses one by one. Excepting Calliope, she'd seem strange, aloof perhaps, distant or even gone. 800 days or manner, I did stride, exploring pathless ways, Demeter by my side. There. So suddenly I'm going to expand Axis and Allies. Coffee, von Ribbentrop. These are 44 to August 45. So there you go. I'm also writing some oratorios in the daytime. I'm not doing any painting. Well, I might do actually. I might do that. Paint over that. But I'm also writing these 2 oratorios at the same time because you can't just focus completely on the with that guitar poetry because she does your head in if you do it all day. You've only got so much poetry to do in the daytime. No, not poetry. You've only got so much poesis, I called it. But once you get into factory mode, like I am now, I'm in factory mode now. As you can see, that my house has been turned into a poetry factory. I've got 7 days in which to completely get the main skeleton of the 400 stanzas. I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow and buy another 100 of these cards, post something, and then that's going to be I've stocked up my fridge and my larder for 7 days. So let's have a look at that. Stocked it up. Oh, I washed up earlier, that's lucky. So, I've got a bit of food, plenty of bread, plenty of milk, that's till 1st of January. Big tub of coffee, I can't wait without coffee. But I'm not having any alcohol or any tobacco or anything like that. I'm pure. Look, I'll show you how anal I am with the 7 days thing. There's 7 desserts, rice puddings, custards. There's 7 of them, 1 a day. It's like I'm gonna have beans, foot, and spaghetti 1 day a week. Anyway, I know what I'm doing. So that is me on the verge of Axis and Allies, the expansion. Now, this year I'm hoping to expand the central portions of Axis and Allies, which is World War II, which is going to eventually be Book 2. 81 cantos, 27 times 27 is roughly, it's lots of like triptychology in it. And then I think maybe next year or year after, I can start work on the other 2 aspects of Axis and Allies, which is the introduction, which is like the story of the foundation of European nations and everything, and then the third part, which is the aftermath of World War II. And I've worked on both of those over the years. I got to 100 cantos, but the final one is going to be 381s, which is 263. 263 cantos is going to be the final epic. So I've got 163 to write, and I'll be doing 46 of them. Is all that right? No, that's not right, is it? 81, 243. 243 cantos, so that's even better. Not 263, 243. 243 cantos, of which 143 need writing, of which 46 I will be doing this year, leaving for, the rest. don't get bogged down in maths. I need to get back into writing. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be cool. I mean, every day, write 20 lines poetry. Easy. This is some alchemy stuff, which I might start knitting in. Because when you write poetry, epic poetry, you put everything in it. Now this is my library. We'll come back to that one first. Let's start my poetry library. As Wordsworth says, it's like supernatural elements to your poetry. So get this light on. Is supernatural machinery comes from books, is what I'm trying to say. So this is my poetry library. Now this is mainly medieval, early Shakespearean, early 16th century, and then I think Shakespeare gets a whole, I think that's opera and theatre. Shakespeare gets a whole, not there, Chaucer English verse, and that's all Shakespeare. I mean, I do like Shakespeare actually. It's pretty good. It's a bit shit like that. This section is my romantics and like sort of starts with Dryden, goes through 18th century. Can't really see it in this light. But trust me, that's that section. Dolph Lundgren, you know what I mean? Finally, this is the main poetry section. We'll just go through it. You know, this is a lifetime of poetry, well, quite a while anyway, collected. Most of them have got underlinings. You know, I am a working poet. I use a lot of it. Latin dictionary. I use that. I make new words up because that's you know, a poet is a sort of my level. You're supposed to sort of rejuvenate the language and stuff, and also regenerate it. So that's why. Like, yeah, I'll show you. Cool. I'll come back to that. Oh my! The words that are in that book are stunning, and them as well. So that's what I use as like spice. The secrets of epic poetry. Cantos of Ezra Pound. That's probably the last epic. But the thing is, it's completely like just regurgitated fucking brain nonsense. It's not very cohesive. So there you go. There man. You know, finishing 2023 gets me set up for finishing that period gets me set up for the next period, and I'll finally finish on Winston Churchill. Look at that. I think there's loads. That's my Churchill section. I don't know who else. I don't know who else. Oh, that's when I went to India. Anyway, I don't know who else has a Churchill section like this. However, Churchill's like the Agamemnon of, he's not the Achilles. Possibly that's Bernard Montgomery, but I don't think he's not exactly Achilles standard, is he, Monty? But you know, we'll come to that. He's more Mark Menelaus probably. Anyway, we'll get that's in there is the epic poem of Churchill. And at one time I was actually considering writing an epic poem about Churchill. Maybe even last year. I've got all these books. She's writing an epic poem about Churchill. And I thought, I've bloody written an epic poem, what is already in it? So I've come to the conclusion, I'm going to give a nice little substantial chunk of these 400 new stanzas. Maybe about 20 or something. And maybe a few, who knows, around there. And then he can have his own like mini epic embedded in the great thing. And there you go. I think that's probably everything I'm going to say. I won't be putting this up till in the new year anyway, so we'll be quite advanced in the... I should have started the thing by the time I put this up, so wish me luck. 7 days, no people. I'm going to go for walks around Arran. I've got my rations, and I've got an epic poem to load up. Wish me luck going in.